picked up a hitchhiker this morning. I was hauling some loads of rock for a client, and this guy hopped in between the front of the support and the blade here. This stuff, it's really hard rock. It's flint, and it's incredibly heavy and very abrasive, and very sharp when it breaks. You get sharp edges on it. Anyway, it's really good material for road foundations and things like that, which is what I use it for. But it's also a pain in the bum when it gets stuck in there. The plan this afternoon is to see if I can get the wings on the blade of the excavator freed up. Now currently these pins, which are meant to pull out like that, are locked in there. They're just seized up because it's very rare that I ever have to pull the wings in on this, so I just don't do it. It doesn't occur to me to do it, and you know, when you're busy you don't do things sometimes. Anyway, my plan is to see if I can pull the pivot pin out. So I'll unbolt that, see if I can get it moving. If I can pull that pin, then I'll be able to wiggle the wing on the blade and hopefully break this pin free. So I'll grab some tools and have a crack at it. I might see if I can pressure wash it all first. Well, that's disappointing. Just went to unpack the new cheap pressure washer that I bought to tide me over until I can get a decent one. It's only got one wheel, missing the other one. No idea where it is. Certainly wasn't in the box. So I guess we're going to do without pressure washing anything for a while. Annoying to say the least. I've never pulled one of these pins before, so I don't know how much that's going to resist, how difficult it might be, but we'll have a crack. Hoping it should be fairly easy. Go, 16mm. Oh, it came easily enough. Really would have liked to pressure wash all this before I start pulling it apart, but sadly not possible. Alright, so that's got to leave it up. Ooh, that is abominably loud. Well, that pin doesn't want to move at all. No more than this one does. They are in there good and solid. I really didn't want to have to do this, but I might have to pull the whole blade off. Bugger. Might have a crack at the other one before I make that decision. That is not moving, not 1 millimeter. Not going to go anywhere. Okay, put this back together. Okay, so what I'm going to have to do, pull that pin and the corresponding one on the other side. That'll drop the whole blade structure off, and then I can take that down to the local engineering firm and see if they can press both of these pins out for me on each side. Anyway, see what happens. Okay, can I get to you from there? Oh, that's hard. Okay. It's probably finger loose. Yes, it is. There we go. Okay. Here's my hammer. Let's see if this pin will move. Yep. Easy peasy. Well, that's not exactly recalcitrant. Nice. Go. That missed. Well, there's a good question. I've got to turn that, rotate it down. Okay. So, that doesn't look too bad. Doesn't appear to be any wear on it. I think that pin's in pretty good shape. Grease doesn't look like it's too dry or anything. Okay, nice. One down, 2 to go. moving nicely too. Okay. I think I might like to drop that down. Pins. I don't see any wear on this one either. Still looks pretty good. Grease doesn't look too bad on it either. Maybe it's a little bit thickened, but around there it's okay. Yeah, seems all right too. That one's coming out easily. Yeah, look at that. Too easy. That one looks okay as well. Plenty of grease in there. Well, not plenty, but there is grease. And again, doesn't look like there's any wear on it. No, there's nothing there. Can't feel any wear. All right. So all three pins are out. Let's see if I can pull this blade out. I have a feeling it's going to be heavy. There we go. It is heavy, but it's not too bad. Weight's in the blade, of course, not in the arms. Well, now that it's off, I might have a try at knocking these out again. It can't hurt to do, can't hurt to try. I don't think I've got much chance of getting it out, but we'll see. Oh yeah, that blade's heavy. That pin is not moving. Not a chance. I can't put enough heat on this to get it to move, I don't believe. I mean, I can try. I've only got a little gun. My worry is that I might peen this end over, rivet the blasted thing in. It seems to be only relatively soft steel because it's deforming on the edges. Not seeing any movement. No go. Okay, admitting defeat. Yeah, that did not move one little bit. So here's something interesting. This is the end of the ram that attaches to the blade, and you can see in there is a groove that when you grease this pivot point, the grease can go all the way around. When you look on the ends of the pushing arms though, on the blade, there is no grease groove. So that grease it comes in from this side and it comes in from this side. You've got two ports, which I guess the groove is, there's a groove around the outside of the bushing, so the grease is injected from this side and from this side, but doesn't provide for the grease to get all the way around. Interesting. The reason might be perhaps because they'd say, well, you've got two bushings there and you've got only one on the end of the ram, so there's more likelihood of wear on that one. But I don't know, I don't buy that. Doesn't sound right to me. Looks like cheaping out on the design. Can't do this one-handed. That one's okay. Alright, well, I'll just have to take a trip down to Goulburn, drop this off to the engineers, see what they can do for me. My engineers say they might be able to do that for me this week, which would be great, because I've got a job coming up early next week that I need the excavator for. So I'm going to take it straight down there now. Hopefully they can get it done for me before the end of the week. Everyone's closing up for Easter, which is problematic. But I'm not going to get back in the truck and drive to Goulburn without a cup of tea. Cheers. Okay, that blade's dropped off and the engineers are going to have a look at it tomorrow. Hopefully they'll just be able to press the pins out, but if not, they're prepared to drill them and make up some new ones. So I'll keep you updated on the outcome.